Our top story, well, the Yellow Vest protests against fuel hikes in France have entered their second weekend and only intensified in Paris. The police have fired tear gas and used water cannons to disperse the massive protests emerging. Several hundred protesters have converged on the Champs-Élysées, where they face police men sent to prevent them from reaching the nearby presidential palace as well. Some protesters have also been singing the national anthem, while others have carried signs with slogans calling for the French President Emmanuel Macron's resignation, and some even have called him a thief. The demonstrators are opposed to the taxes that Macron introduced last year on diesel and petrol, which are designed to encourage people to shift to more environment-friendly transport. Alongside the tax, the government has offered incentives to buy green or electric vehicles. However, tens of thousands of people clad in fluorescent yellow jackets have been protesting in France for over a week. 2 have been killed and hundreds have also been injured in this unrest. They blocked highways, burned barricades and obstructed access to fuel depots as well. So these protests in France only intensifying today as well, and some of these visuals coming in just a short while ago from the Champs-Élysées, which is of course a very, very busy street in the heart of Paris, where the full riot police is out in huge numbers, even as the protesters are refusing to back down.
Il y a quelque chose là dans la bruyère, on voit pas, tu sais.
And as we get you more of those visuals, and joining us from Paris is Alexis Paulin, who is the founder of Le Monde Modern, who joins us from Paris. And well, can you tell us a little bit more about what's happening in these protests? Is this the steepest rise in fuel prices and also the most widespread protest against the French president?
I think this protest is about the people of France having enough of paying taxes for less public services. It started with the oil tax, but it's more than that. You find in the street behind me on the Champs-Élysées nurses, professors, even people who are pensioners, and they are marching for their buying power. They are marching because they are fed up of paying taxes and not getting enough of public services, not getting enough from the state. So that is why people are now protesting. They want to be heard, and they are fed up of liberal policies in France.
Right, they want to be heard and they are fed up of liberal policies now. Alexis, also, how is the French government now planning to tackle these massive and widespread protests?
So far with violence, they are using police. There is a huge disposal of CRS. They are the cops on the streets trying to push the protesters. And even in Réunion Island, they send the army. So the power is now looking at fighting the protest rather than listening and coming to a different proposal. We'll see next week if this changes, but today on the Champs-Élysées we've seen riots and a lot of fight between police and protesters.